What have I been doing these past couple of days? I've been depressed. I can't eat. I can't sleep. And why, you may ask? No. Oh, okay. But guess what?
I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck!
I'm gonna tell you anyways, let me express myself. If you don't like it, deal with it.
So you wanna know why? Because there ain't no more episodes for Invincible until next year, bro. Man, we don't even got a certain date on when it's coming back. We only got the news that it's coming back in early 2024. Man, like, shut your lame ass. But the first part of Invincible Season 2 was very good. So besides waiting for the newer episodes in 2024, let's talk about the only 4 episodes we got. 4 episodes. So the first episode started off with Mark and the Immortal sparring, just to get some good training in before. I guess not. So the Immortal is mad because of something that Mark did, which had me confused because he didn't do anything wrong. Then had me more confused because the Immortal is mad at him and Omni-Man. That's something they both did, but was pretty sure. Hey yo, what the fuck? Then somehow Omni-Man is back on Earth and was cool with his son now. And surprisingly, Mark is cool with him. I thought at first Mark had some brain damage from that beatdown. Like that! Like that! Like that! Then just thought it was a dream after Mark killed the Immortal. In the moment watching it, I thought Mark was just gonna wake up from his bad nightmare, having a mental obstacle that he doesn't want to be just like his
people of Earth. We know to be part of the Viltrum Empire now.
Alright, this is too long to be a dream. Then we go underground to see Rudy and Eve again. Then now they get attacked by Omni-Man and Invincible, which they just made quick work of them.
You should have died at birth.
Now with no hope, the pedestrian tries to step up, then just gets taken away by a portal. Then finally realized it was a different universe, because it shows like Dragon Ball Z and Endgame. Then we go back to the original timeline. Mark now is doing his daily hobbies of fighting crime, but still is depressed about his dad. I mean, it's only been a month, so give him some credit. But sadly, he returns to school, has all eyes on him, and even Todd gives him an apology. He even calls his dad a nice guy.
Your dad was an okay guy, though. And he was like Jack, right?
Like that! Like that!
And as usual, the Maulers are back in prison. Pete serving them nasty food, looking like some stuff Plankton gave him. The Mauler twins are serving their life sentence in prison. Looks like they're gonna be in there for a long time. They escape again. Man, how is they always escaping? And they moving freely like the Joker. Cause they know ain't nobody gonna kill him. On some soft Batman type shit. Then we meet a dude named Angstrom Levy. All you need to know, he saved them. Now they're gonna work together to create inner peace. But guess who's back? Amber. Man, she redeemed herself, especially after last season, becoming more tolerable. So y'all can't hate now. Alright, I'm gonna keep it real. Season 2 was off to a very short start. So I'm gonna speed things up a bit. The Immortal's back on the team. Also a new guy named Bulletproof. The Maulers and the one guy make a new machine to make eternal peace. Mark finds the hideout. Then he summons more Maulers to fight Mark. Trivia time! What do you think happened in this fight? A. Mark beats the Maulers with ease. B. Mark runs away and retreats. C. Mark gets the brakes beaten out of. Or D. Adam Eve helps him. The answer was D. One of the Maulers survive. Also he survives. And what is wrong with his head? My boy Mark graduates, class of 2023. Best class. Other classes suck. Donald's back, but he's a clone. Eve is trying to help out the communities. Another guy named Shapeshifter joins the crew. Mark now goes to college and is roommates with his best friend, William. Then Mark does some devious things.
Who has sex on the first day of college?
I don't know, Mark. Lots of people, probably. Us, for example?
Okay, now good for my boy Mark, but there's 2 things I want to discuss. One is Amber obviously got some bodies on her name. She was very quick with it, but she's a changed person. We can let her slide. Second, she ends up going wrong. And she knows this is Mark's first time. Man, she's trying to have a little superhero. Alan fights the Viltrumites but gets clapped. You hate to see it. Turns out Thetis is working for the Viltrumites while in the coalition telling all the secrets. Now back on track, Mark is getting ready to leave to save a species called the Thraxans from asteroids, a population of 42 billion, and it's going to take about a week to get there. Mark arrives to the planet but realizes that there's no asteroids attacking the planet, and now he's confused on why he was summoned here. So to sum it up better, one of the aliens took him to the king to have a better explanation. Now Mark was just expecting the regular grasshopper, but lo and behold, it was his dad. But turns out Omni-Man was having it rough too. He was depressed about the whole situation as well. Y'all surprised because Omni-Man don't seem that way. But before he was ready to end it all, a spaceship was about to get sunken up into the black hole. But Omni-Man saved him. And then he returned to the planet, and over time he became emperor. Mark had to take the mask off because you know how heated he was. And them boys both clenching their fist. They ready to throw down if they need to. But Mark goes for a hug. But now Mark is heated because he lied to him again that the planet was in danger. But Omni-Man trying to prep him before the Viltrumites come to the planet. But now he's asking Mark for help. But Mark obviously ain't gonna help the dude. He's still mad after what happened.
Fight back!
Mark was just ready to leave. But the main thing he wanted his dad to say is he's sorry about what he did. But Omni-Man just wants to show him something. Mark finally ends up agreeing. So Omni-Man finally takes him where he wants to show him. Now what I'm about to talk about is out of pocket. Not for Mark, but for Omni-Man. Mark's now annoyed and curious on what he has to show him. Omni-Man just opens up to a new room. There's this female grasshopper standing there. Like, okay. She's walking up like a greeting. Then they start kissing. Now first, I want you to look at the hurt in Mark's eyes. Then she greets Mark. And the word that hurt her the most was, my husband. My husband? Now I wouldn't even be mad if Mark just goes. Now Mark is just perplexed. And he's telling Omni-Man he's still married. Which is technically true because they haven't divorced. Mark just can't believe all this. And Omni-Man telling him his life is over on Earth. So he starts a new one. Then he shows him that he has a baby brother. First you have a new wife and still married to the first one. Then your new wife's a mega downgrade. I mean, let's be honest. Would you rather have Debbie or Andressa? If you choose Andressa, you need to leave. Over time, the Viltrumites attack. And Mark has to protect the baby and Omni-Man's new wife. So they end up duking it out. Mark clearly getting overpowered. And it looks like he ain't got no match for him. But luckily, Omni-Man shows up. I mean, he makes quick work of him. Mark and Omni-Man end up going outside to see the entire place massacred. Omni-Man, now heated, chokes out his son because he's confused on why he feels this way. After all, he shouldn't even care about the planet, but is still feeling hurt. Invincible tells him that they're feelings, and he should have felt that way on Earth. Turns out there are two other Viltrumites here, but they ready to scrap. That boy Nolan out here is scrapping. He's taking some mean hits in, but also throwing some mean hits back. And Mark? He's doing his best. Due to Nolan getting annoyed, throws his dude down to the girl to have a pep talk with his son. He's telling his son to lock in, to stop being soft and go for real. So they break off and Mark's still getting beat up. Looks at the people that he could have saved. Then had a Gohan moment and started going seriously. That's when Mark actually started hitting combos, beating the brakes off of her. I'm waiting for a win fight for 2 seasons. Yeah, Mark. Man, they is going at it, throwing haymakers left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Then a fatal blow from Nolan. I mean, he's done. And Mark had it in the bag, the girl accepting defeat. But Mark can't just do it. Then he got caught with the stab wound due to him not being able to kill her. But Omni-Man sees this, grabs her by the hair, and ends her with a Mortal Kombat finisher. No wonder he's in the game. And just when we thought everything was over, the bald guy gets one final last drop kick from the top rope, then just dies. Mark wakes up, then to see a guy sitting on top of him. He told him he took his dad for execution, and then tells him to kill hundreds of humans, or they'll go to Earth and kill millions.
Go fuck yourself.
Man, this guy don't play. Then he just leaves, giving him another warning. And Mark is stuck on Thraxa, and that's how the season ends.
Oh my fucking... Fuck out of here!
I do think season 2 Invincible was better than season 1 Invincible. I mean, I'm still salty it ended that way, and we gotta wait till 2024 for it to come back out again. Then probably wait 2 more years for season 3. I mean, sadly, I'll wait for it. I wish they had like a similar schedule to like anime companies, not like Mappa. No. I'm just confused on how Mark gets back to planet Earth. I mean, so don't spoil it. Things like with the improvement of Amber, there's really not nothing to dislike about it this season. One thing I want to see is like Guardians of the Globe improvement to be stronger, because right now there's like irrelevant. decent. I also really like the development of Omni-Man. I hope the man do not get killed. I mean, he's one of the best people in this show. I also don't know what they're planning on doing with Adam Eve. I mean, like, this season, she was just there, so I really don't know how to feel about her this season. But other than that, I'm excited for what Invincible has to hold in the future. I just hope we ain't gotta wait 5 years for season 3. Alright, I'm out.